Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MargaretGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on. Oh yeah, that's really, really good. That's a nice, smooth cup of coffee. Well, it arrived again. Black Rifle Coffee Company's Coffee of the Month. Yeah, right here. My nephew Jason, his wife Allison, and the boys made a Christmas gift of this for me. Every month, I get a new little box of Keurig cups of Black Rifle coffee. And this time around, it's AK-47. Boy, is this a terrific coffee. But what was really surprising was also in the box was this, a $20 gift card to Born Primitive wearing apparel. How about that? Yeah, I'm going to use that for sure. Maybe get a nice t-shirt for the summer. And as you can see, it is t-shirt weather. My gosh, is it getting hot here in Northeast Ohio. Summer is here. Even though it doesn't officially start to the 20th, till about the 20th or the 21st, it is hot here. We're already in the mid-80s, going to go up to into the 90s pretty soon. Yeah, that's why I got the t-shirt on. And check out the t-shirt. Let me show you. This is a Reuben Awards t-shirt. Cartoonist Polly Keener had these made up. All right, see the NCS logo there? Yeah, she had these made up when we were judging one of the Reuben categories. It might have been comic strips or comic panels or greeting cards or something like that. And we'd all get together in a group and then judge that category and then send our final selections to the national committee. And she had these t-shirts made up if you were judging that day. I happened to be judging that day, and I came away with a really, really nice t-shirt. So my thanks, belated thanks to Polly Keener. It's been a number of years since we did that judging. I can't remember how old this t-shirt is, but I tend to hang on to all my t-shirts for a good long time. And as you can see, again, you know, I've got it on t-shirt weather. I've got my ceiling fans going, and I'm going to have to get my AC checked here pretty soon. So yeah, it's definitely summer. Well, how are you this morning? I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Thanks so much for tuning in. As we like to say here on the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. One more time. Hang on. And you know, before we go any further, Rodney Ripplinger sent in the following. This is a coffee alert. And he said, "Hi, Mark. I just watched a YouTube video about the coming shortage of coffee. Apparently, Brazil is having a third year of a bad coffee crop. Indonesia and Vietnam have gotten too much rain. The big coffee producers will be cutting the amount of Arabica coffee they use, which is usually 100%, and adding cheaper, less tasty Robusta coffee to their blends. That's people like Folgers and McDonald's. Cheaper store brands will disappear altogether. Stock up now, preferably whole beans, as they will stay fresher longer." Rodney, hey folks, have you heard this? Let me know in the comments below if you've heard about a coming coffee shortage. My thanks to Rodney Ripplinger for the heads up on that one. But hey, thanks for tuning in. And again, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really, really do appreciate it. Got a great show for you this morning. A lot of great stuff. We're going to be dropping in with some footage from the Maggard Meetup. We've got some great stuff in new wet shave gear. We got some great refill comments. All in all, just a great show. So I'm so glad that you tuned in this morning. I'm so happy to be with you this morning. Again, I can't say it often enough. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. Let's get the show started like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Matt Armstead, and I believe Matt is across the pond. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. I hope all is well. I love watching all your shaving videos and your Monday morning mailbag videos. They're a joy to watch." Thank you so much, Matt. I really do appreciate the kind words. He continues here, "I have a shaving tip which I thought you might like. For my shaving creams, I use a Leroe ice lolly / ice cream stick to scoop out the shaving cream from the container, then add it to my shaving bowl to do a bowl lather instead of using my finger. I find it works really well, like a spatula. The dimensions are perfect. I've added a photo so you can see. All the best, Mark, and have a great week. Matt, this is an absolutely fantastic tip. As a matter of fact, I remember, and I think we still have them here in the States, these little tubs of ice cream, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, that sort of thing. And it's got a little paper top, and you peel the paper top off there, and then there's the ice cream, and you get a little wooden paddle in a paper wrapper, and you open it up like you've shown there. You open it up and you use that to scoop out the ice cream and eat it. Yeah, I mean, I remember these when I was a kid. These were great. What a treat that was. And yeah, those wooden paddles were absolutely perfect for eating the ice cream. But yes, as you point out here, they're also perfect for scooping out your shaving cream. And because of the stiffness of them, and I haven't seen them in a while, I don't have any here, but I haven't seen them in a while. But if they're, as I recall they do have some nice backbone to where you could probably scrape out some Artisan shave soap also, something from Sterling, Phoenix Shaving, Hoffman shave soap, that sort of thing. Those softer Artisan shave soaps. So yeah, absolutely fantastic tip. So folks, if you're an ice cream lover and you get the little tubs of ice cream, or as Matt says here, ice lollies, that sort of thing, hang on to those little wooden spatulas / spoons that they give you with those little tubs. They're great for scooping out shaving cream and some softer shave soaps. So Matt, to say thank you for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address. Email that to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use it here on the morning shaving tip on the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So thanks very much for a really, really neat shaving tip, Matt. Really do appreciate it. Okay, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Paul Desjardins. And he wrote, well, here's something interesting. I found that my Vikings Blade Crusader adjustment ring was getting harder to turn. Last week, it finally became impossible to turn. After some research, I decided to try something. I opened the butterfly doors and placed it in a bowl. I put a good amount of liquid detergent over it and poured boiling water over it to cover. Right away, I saw scum coming out. Next morning, it worked like new. Now, after every shave, I plug the sink and run hot water to allow my Crusader to soak for a minute as a preventative measure. I guess just rinsing an adjustable razor is not enough to get that soap buildup out. Take care. Paul Desjardins. Hey, Paul, thanks very, very much for this tip. Folks, are you doing the same thing? Are you running a little more hot water over your adjustable razor to kind of make sure that that soap scum buildup gets flushed out properly? I know that was the problem with my Gillette Slim Adjustable. This is my J3. And when I first got this, it seemed to work okay, but then after a while, this bottom knob here, you close the butterfly doors and then you give it an extra quarter turn so everything locks in place. It was almost impossible to lock the doors down. That was getting tougher and tougher and tougher. Well, I heard about Chris Evett over at razorplate.com, and he replated this. Isn't that a beautiful nickel plating that he put on there? Absolutely beautiful. This will last for another 60, 70 years easily. And he also did a deep vibratory clean to get all that soap scum out. And that really, really helped. So not only is it beautifully replated, but it's also very, very easy to use now. I mean, I can adjust this anywhere I want to, and that quarter turn, it's fantastic. It's like new. So I'm wondering if you do anything like that with your newer razors. Because this one obviously had about 50 or 60 years of soap scum built up, and it needed that extra deep vibratory cleaning to get all that scum loose and clean it out, that sort of thing. But are you doing anything like that? Using some hotter water to flush out your adjustable razors so all the mechanisms run cleanly, so there's no soap scum buildup in there over time? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's a very, very useful tip, Paul. Thanks very much for passing along. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we have a shave den visit of sorts, and it comes from, again, viewer Matt Armstead. And again, Matt is across the pond. And he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I'm always watching your shaving videos and your Monday morning mailbag videos. Love them. Really entertaining." Thank you so much again, Matt. I really do appreciate the nice words. Well, this weekend I was in London, England, and I went to the Taylor of Old Bond Street shaving store and barbers located on Jermyn Street, St. James, near Piccadilly Circus. A really great, great store. The customer service was wonderful, really friendly and helpful. So I bought myself a traditional Victorian style Taylor of Old Bond Street scuttle and a soap puck. Also some creams. I attached photos of the Taylor of Old Bond Street store and of the scuttle and soap I bought, which I thought you might like. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, Mark. Take care, Matt. Hey, Matt, thanks very, very much for the photos. And I was curious, and I wrote back and asked him, it's a shaving store and a barber shop? And he said, "I live in Bristol, England, and I travel to London for the weekend." Yes, you got it right. I went to the Taylor of Old Bond Street store and barber shop. It's a store and a barber shop. I did not know that. He continues here, "It's a great store. Hope you can zoom to the window. Some really great stuff in there. I was going to take some pictures inside, but it got very busy during the time I was there." Well, hey, Matt, thanks very, very much for the sneak peek of Taylor of Old Bond Street right there on Jermyn Street, spelled Jermyn. I think that's how it's pronounced, right there near Piccadilly Circus. Really do appreciate it. Folks, if you are planning a trip to London, England, yeah, this is an absolute must-see stop while you're there. Taylor of Old Bond Street. As a matter of fact, the Sharpologist has a wonderful article about all the different shave shops that are right there in London, England. It was written by fellow wet shaver Rob Curtis, and he covers, Truefit and Hill, D.R. Harris, Taylor of Old Bond Street, and George F. Trumper, as well as some others. So I will link to that so you can study that a little bit, because if you are planning on visiting London, England, it's good to know where they're located. And I'm sure you'll want to visit them and kind of get a little bit of background on them before you make your trip. So, hey, Matt, thanks very, very much for sharing your shave den visit of sorts with Taylor of Old Bond Street. Enjoy that scuttle. Thanks again. Okay, here once again is your weekly podcast reminder. This is to remind you that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. You can find it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Just get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast will come right up, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup. So again, search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more on your favorite streaming service. And both those podcasts, Monday Morning Mailbag and Second Cup, will come right up. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Well, this past Saturday, June 3rd, 2023, Maggard Razors hosted their 6th annual wet shaving meetup in Adrian, Michigan. Here's some highlights. June 3rd was a bright, sunny, summery day for the Maggard Razors meetup in Adrian, Michigan. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. Maggard Razors is an absolutely beautiful shaving shop. Everything under the sun that is beautifully organized, well laid out, very inviting. They had a great check-in system when you arrived. Your goodie bag and your sales bag were right there with your name on it, your email address, all your contact information. So it was very well organized checking in. And as you can see, everything right there. You're like a kid in a candy store. All the razors are just wonderfully and beautifully laid out. Everything is clearly labeled. You know exactly what is there and what is available. Here are just razors showcased on a counter right here. Just absolutely beautiful display. And of course we have shaving brushes here. Shaving brushes with shaving soaps in the background. This is just one side of the store. Absolutely amazing layout of shaving gear. And again, here we've got some of the Lucky Tiger right there and a fine lathering bowl. There's the Sterling shave soap against the wall. Everything you could possibly imagine is there. Here's the other side of the store with all the shave soaps that are available. Here is the middle of the store. Everything just clearly laid out, beautifully organized. This was the main floor, but upstairs is where it was happening. Here is where the meetup was taking place. My gosh, there must have been at least 200 people there. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful. I was amazed.
Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. I am just absolutely fantastic.
What's even more crazy is how many bags we haven't given out yet downstairs.
Oh my gosh. Wait a minute, hang on. Here with Brad Maggard, the Maggard Meetup. This is absolutely fantastic. Awesome.
Now, it was a hot summer day. It was probably about 88 degrees when I arrived, so this room did get somewhat warm, and I had to change my clothes. I brought along short pants and a t-shirt and some sandals, so that's why you'll see me in some of these pictures in different clothing, because I did change. I met YouTuber Michael Friedberg. What a wonderful, wonderful guy. Nice to meet him. There's Will from Barrister and Mann. Here's some of the setups, some of the vendors there. Right there is Carve razors right there. There's Shannon soaps. Way off in the distance there. Well, here's Ariana and Evans. That's Pete from Ariana and Evans. And in the blue shirt there in the background, yeah, hi, how are you? In the blue shirt in the background is Mantic 59 and his wife. They were manning the Rockwell razor stand because they were unable to send a representative along. Here's Carve Razors again. They had a great setup and very, very informative in talking about their razors. And of course, one stand had razors, the next stand had shaving soaps and balms and aftershaves. All the vendors there were very, very terrific. Here's Mantic 59. Great seeing him again. And as I say, he and his wife were manning the Rockwell razor stand. This is fantastic. This is from Timeless Razors. We're going to talk about this in New Wet Shaving Gear. I got one of these. This is an adjustable shave brush. This is amazing. Wait until you see this. We'll talk about this more a little bit later, but the folks at Timeless Razors there were there with this brush and also with their safety razors. Absolutely fantastic products. There's Rod from Sterling Shave Soap. Great to see him there, he and his wife. Pete from Ariana and Evans. What a wonderful guy. Had a great time talking to him. Captain's Choice was well represented there. Wonderful to see them. This is Chris from Katie's Bubbles. He had some nice samples just for the show. Pete Wolf of Wolf Whiskers. Great to see him. Of course, he's got some beautiful brushes. There he is at his stand with his daughter off to the left there. Oh, Henry, HD Shaves, all the way from Chicago. Absolutely fantastic seeing him. Had a great conversation with him. Wonderful, wonderful guy. And again, it was great speaking with him. I had a wonderful conversation with Mantic 59 and Pete from Ariana and Evans. Just had a great time meeting everyone. Had a great conversation with Rod and his wife from Sterling Shave Soap. Just wonderful. And it was great seeing everyone, seeing all the fellow wet shavers and viewers of the channel. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time talking to everyone. Well, here's a selfie montage of everyone I ran into. My apologies for not including names. It was a real whirlwind. So if you see yourself, comment below. Hope to see everyone again at the next meetup. Well, this morning we have an update on the 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway. As you know, we're over 9,500 subscribers now. And when we reach 10,000 subscribers, we're doing a big giveaway. I mean, a really big giveaway. And that giveaway is due to the very, very generous contributions and donations by some really wonderful viewers out there. So we're not going to have one prize. We'll probably have several prizes based on what's coming in. It's been absolutely amazing. And my thanks to everyone who has contributed to this. Absolutely wonderful, fantastic, and amazing, really. This week we have some prizes that have been donated by a couple of viewers, Alex Lopez and Mark Bagwell. Let's get to what Alex Lopez has donated. As you may know, we announced earlier when this all started that Alex very, very generously sent along a Cremo shaving pack, a variety pack of Cremo shave creams. He sent this for the 9,000 subscriber giveaway. Because it was odd man out, I set it aside for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And again, my thanks to Alex Lopez for sending this along. However, he sent along additional items. Let me show you what they are. He sent along from Sterling Soap a tub, brand new tub of Executive Mann shaving cream. He also sent along a brand new tub of Sharp Dressed Man shaving soap. Did I say shaving cream? These are shaving soaps. Executive Mann shaving soap, Sharp Dressed Man shaving soap. He also sent a tub of Mountain Man shaving soap. These are all brand new tubs of shave soap from Sterling Soap Company. He also sent along 3 beautiful, beautiful shaving bowls. Here is the first one right here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Here is bowl number 1. Absolutely beautiful. Here is bowl number 2. Very, very colorful. Has a different kind of circular look to it. Some kind of straight edges going around the round rim there. Really a kind of a unique design, almost like a pentagon kind of a design, but still nice and round. The painted interior here is raised, so that's going to create a little bit of friction to develop a nice lather, as will this first lathering bowl here. This is very similar to the one that Alex sent along to me. If you missed this past Friday's wet shave video review, check it out, because I'm using a lathering bowl very, very similar to the one I'm holding here that Alex very kindly sent along, and it works beautifully. It just absolutely works beautifully. So it fits into the hand. All of these fit in the hand very, very nicely. They have these raised art patterns that really generate a lot of lather. And he also has this one right here, this glass bowl right here. Look at that. It has a confetti kind of design in there. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. And he wrote, forgot to mention the bowls are from Mexico. I drove down to Nogales and bought them from the same store I purchased the one I sent you. I have all 3 in my collection, and they work wonderfully in creating heaps of uber creamy goodness, or boom lather, as you like to say, laugh out loud. All of them are handmade and hand-painted, with the exception of the speckled glass bowl. That one is hand-blown. Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. 3 beautiful, beautiful shaving bowls from Nogales, Mexico. Alex, thank you very, very much. In addition, Alex also included 2 shaving brushes. This is an FS synthetic shaving brush right here, and also a synthetic Jekyll and Correnavello shaving brush. We've talked about this shaving brush before on the channel. Bob Leroe recommended these shaving brushes, and we've reviewed 2 of them. They're very, very good. They come in at nice price points, but again, this is part of the price package as well. So what we have from Alex again, Cremo Shave Cream, 3 Sterling Shave Soaps, and 3 beautiful, beautiful handmade, hand-painted lathering bowls from Mexico. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks very, very much, Alex. Really, really do appreciate the very, very generous donation to the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Also, Mark Bagwell has donated a lot of items to the channel before. This time around, he sent along 200 feather new high stainless platinum coated razor blades right here. This is going to go in the prize package right here from Mark Bagwell. Mark, thank you very, very much. Very, very generous. These are primo razor blades, no doubt about that. 200 in this pack. So we're going to put this in one of the prize packages, and someone's going to get 200 feather razor blades. So that's the update this week regarding the prizes that are going into the prize pool for the 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And again, my sincere thanks and deep appreciation to Jimmy V Photography, Beth Jones, Tyler Fike, Charles Preiss, Alex Lopez, Scott Martin, James Sefton, George Haven, Jimmy Day, Bill Murphy, Mark Bagwell, and all the folks at Pretech. Thank you very, very much for making this 10,000 subscriber prize package giveaway possible. I am deeply, deeply appreciative. So my thanks to them and all the viewers out there who have supported this channel. Thank you very, very much. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Really enjoying the Black Rifle AK-47 coffee from my nephew and his wife and boys. Coffee of the Month Club from Black Rifle Coffee. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic gift. And again, this morning, I got a gift card for some apparel from Born Primitive. So I'm looking forward to breaking that in. And yeah, absolutely fantastic cup of coffee. Very smooth, very flavorful. So if you're looking for an additional gift for the dads and grads, you're probably going to get some, go out and get some wet shaving gear for them. Also think about Coffee of the Month from Black Rifle Coffee Company. This has been an absolutely wonderful gift. I look forward to getting these Keurig cups every single month, and I've enjoyed a variety of their coffee offerings. So my thanks again to Jason, his wife, and the boys there. And thanks also to Mark Williams, who introduced us all to Black Rifle Coffee Company. He sent along a sampler not so long ago. So we've enjoyed that as well. And I think that one of those sampler bags went out as part of the prize package for one of the giveaways. I don't know, 7,000, 8,000, 6,000. I can't remember. But thanks again to Mark Williams again. And the coffee mug, I forgot to mention this. The coffee mug is Bean to Bean, courtesy of viewer William Meredith. Boy, this is a favorite. I love the squat profile of it. I love the two-tone black and white color scheme. The handle is fantastic. It just fits in the hand so wonderfully. It has an outdoor cafe kind of look to it. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really very, very nice. So thanks to William. Thanks to Jason and Allison and the boys. Thanks to, who else? Mark Williams. Thanks to all the viewers out there. And thank you for tuning in this morning. And again, I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Let's get to some of these refill comments this morning. Kick it off with something from Keith Osmond. Another suggestion for taking a DE in your carry-on, take a 3-piece disassembled so they can be sure there's no blade in it. Less likely they will toss it just in case. This is in regards to our discussion about taking a safety razor in a DOP kit in your carry-on. You can take a safety razor, but you can't take the blades in your carry-on. And as I've mentioned, and as we've learned, the TSA agent will have the final say. So sometimes if they see a safety razor, I'm sorry, you can't have this. Even though you don't have any blades, they might pull it from your bag. So don't take that really, really nice vintage Gillette Slim like I have right here. Take something that you can afford to lose a $5 or $10 safety razor. And as Keith points out, take a 3-piece so you can disassemble it and it doesn't look as threatening. Really, really good tip, Keith. Thanks so much. Trout Junkie wrote, when flying, take 3-piece razor with you and separate the pieces. It won't look like a safety razor under x-ray and won't raise a flag. Most won't even know what they're looking at. Still have to buy blades when you arrive. Hey, Trout Junkie, yeah, thanks very, very much for confirming that. Absolutely. 3 pieces won't look like a safety razor, won't look very threatening at all. Just don't take safety blades in your carry-on. Now, checked luggage is different. You can put your razor and your blades in checked luggage. That's not a problem from what I understand. Go to the TSA site and double check that. But that's my understanding. The blades just cannot go in your carry-on. And again, TSA agent is going to have the final say as to whether or not that safety razor is going to get through. So 2 great strategies. A great strategy from 2 viewers, Keith and Trout Junkie. Disassemble the 3-piece razor, and then that way, it won't look that threatening. Viewer Michael Flam wrote, in regards to DE razors and TSA, I recently flew and put the razor in a Ziploc bag with my other 3-ounce liquids and handed them directly to the TSA agent at security, who could see there was no blade in the razor, left the razor open, and went through with no concerns. It sounds like you were using a twist-to-open razor, Michael. So if that's the case, opening up a twist-open razor like that will probably help. And again, disassembling a 3-piece razor, and putting in a bag like that, that's another great idea to show them, hey, there's no blade here. Very, very good. Okay, I'm just dropping in with another update. Just learned this from Mantic59. He has the latest information regarding traveling with a safety razor in your carry-on if you're flying away for the weekend, whatever. I'll let him explain. Here's Mantic59 from the Maggard Meetup explaining new TSA regulations and guidelines regarding traveling with a safety razor in a carry-on.
Okay, I'm with Mantic59. This is an update regarding safety razors and TSA regulations.
Right. There's been a very recent change in TSA regulations, and I've verified this through TSA and through line supervisors at airports, that if a single-edge or double-edged razor is in your carry-on luggage, whether it has a razor blade in it or not, they're going to take it. They have been told to confiscate double-edged and single-edged safety razors. Simple as that.
Okay, so there you have it. The bottom line is, don't travel with a safety razor in your carry-on. We had some great suggestions in this morning's refill, but Mantic59 has it on very, very good authority that they're going to take your safety razor if it's packed in your carry-on. Now, Mantic59 is also planning an article, a blog post that he will have on Sharpologist in the next week or so. We will link to that as soon as he gets it posted, and we will also alert you to the fact that it's been posted. So my thanks again to Mantic59 for this very, very important update. Folks, take a cartridge razor, take an electric razor in your carry-on. Do not take your safety razor. TSA will confiscate it. Again, many, many, many thanks to Mantic59 for this update. Folks, he'll have a complete breakdown on all of this at sharpologist.com. Chris Eichenberry said, this is regarding an alum block routine. Alum block, rinse, aftershave, then balm. Seems the best route for me to take. We were talking about alum blocks last week and how best to use them. A viewer noted that I wet my face, then dry it off, and then run my alum block. When I'm on my post-shave routine, I'm doing my final cold water rinse, and then I'm using a towel to dry off. Then I'm taking that alum block and running it under cold water. I'm running it around my face, and I'm leaving it on. Then I'm following up with an aftershave and a balm on the top of my head and maybe even on my face as well. And the viewer wanted to know, don't you rinse off your alum block? And my answer is your face, your rules. And Chris Eichenberry, he does an alum block. He rinses it off, then an aftershave, then a balm, and it works for him. So you know what? Your mileage may vary. Your face, your rules. However you want to do it. You can do it both ways. You can leave the alum block on. You can rinse it off. It just depends on how the alum block, how your skin adapts to the alum block. Let me put it to you that way. For me, it's been great just leaving it on. I used to rinse it off. And I think that might be in some of my early reviews as well. You might see me apply the alum block, wait 20 or 30 seconds, and then rinse it off. But since then, I've just come to leave it on, and my skin has adapted to that. And I think that some wet shavers out there report that leaving an alum block on without rinsing, some dryness might occur. Okay, again, your face, your rules. Chris, thanks very, very much for the alum block routine. Really do appreciate it. Ron Wright wrote. Say that 3 times fast. Ron Wright wrote. Another great 3MB. Oh, thanks very much, Ron. And that case for the Ascension, very nice. It looks like maybe the Dock Ascension twist would fit in it too. I believe both razors have the same head. So it's a matter of handle size. Keep up the good work. Hey, Ron, you know what? I'm going to take a look right now. I forgot to put it here on the table. Folks, I'll be right back. Hang in there with me. I'm going to go get the case. I'm going to go get my Dock, my other Dock razor, and let's see if it fits. I'll be right back. Hang in there. Okay, so here is the case with my Ascension Select inside there. Okay, there it is right there. And, I'm going to take out the handle. And what I have here is I have my Ascension in stainless steel, double open comb adjustable razor right here. And the razor head is the same as the Ascension Select, but the handle is a little different. Let me just take this all out right here. Let me take everything from the Ascension out, okay? Let me just take all that out, the base plate and the cap and that sort of thing. Now here I have here is the cap from the stainless steel Ascension, and that fits in there perfectly. And here is the base plate, and that, let me just make sure that fits in there. Let me see here. Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. Doggone it. I thought, wait a minute. Nope, not quite. Something, it's a little different for some reason. Let me see. Hang on, let me get that out of there. Ooh, don't want to get that stuck. 1 minute. Got to put it down here like this. Okay, it came out. Okay, now let me just take a look here. Yeah, I think it's a slightly different. Might be the stainless steel version. It might be a little thicker. Let me see if I can put that back in this way here like this. It seems to be curved a little differently, and it's not fitting in there as nicely as the Ascension Select base plate. Here's the Ascension Select base plate right here, and that just drops right in. See how that just drops right in like that? The stainless steel version, a little different. See how that's not going in. It's curved a little more for some reason. It's not quite, let's take a look at it. It's a little thicker. It is a little thicker. Can you see that? It might be just a little, see how that's just a little thicker? Okay, let me see if you can see it. Just a little thicker, and I think that makes all the difference there. So it's not gonna accommodate the stainless steel Ascension as nicely as I would have hoped, because the handle fits in there very, very nicely. See that? Handle fits in there very nicely. So let me just take out the cap again and set that aside. And let's set all that aside there, and I'll organize it later. Now, here is the regular nickel-plated double open comb razor. This is not twist adjustable. It is a double open comb razor, and obviously the handle is going to fit because it's a shorter handle there. Okay, see how the handle fits? And I'm assuming the cap is going to fit because the cap is a little shorter. And yeah, the cap fits. It sits in there. Cap fits. And I'm thinking the base plate is going to fit. And base plate fits, no problem at all. So if you have the nickel-plated double open comb razor from Phoenix Shaving, that'll fit very nicely in the case here. And if you wanted to maybe take the stainless steel handle along with you and leave this other handle at home, I'm sure that well, you know what, let's just see. I'm not a big fan for swapping things around, but I'm sure that this will, yeah, it goes right on to the stainless steel handle. So there's the double open comb zinc alloy razor head from the Dock razor on the stainless steel handle from the Ascension. So you can kind of mix and match, however you want to do it. So that's kind of the short answer, the short, quick answer. Yes and no. I'd be interested to see what other razors would fit, but it appears that the base plate from the stainless steel twist adjustable Ascension does not fit. It's just a little thicker, and it's not falling in there as nicely as the Ascension. Just a little thicker for some reason. But, dimensionally, it's the same as the Ascension Select. It's just a little thicker. The base plate's just a little thicker. So that's kind of the answer there. Hey, Ron, thanks very much for passing along that comment. And that's kind of a quick look at the case. But yeah, it's a terrific, terrific case from Zach Norton. We'll have a link below if you want to get one, because it's specifically made for the Ascension Select. And it works beautifully with the Ascension Select. Just so you know, folks, Zach Norton will have a link to his Etsy store if you want to get one. And again, it looks like it'll accommodate the shorter handled dock razor, not so much the stainless steel Ascension twist adjustable razor, because that base plate just a smidgen thicker than the Ascension Select base plate. Just so you know. Thanks very much for that, Ron. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Bill Murphy checked in. Great 3MB mark as usual. Simpson has some beautiful synthetic brushes of different colors on their website. The Ascension razor case is really great. As for the alum, I apply the alum and then clean my brush and bowl and then rinse off the alum. Next, I apply my aftershave. Love my Rockwell 6S so much that I have it in blue and red. It's my daily shaver. Looking forward to the Atmonic review, and thanks for the mention. Have a great week. Well, the Atmonic review ran last week, Bill. Thanks so much. Thanks very, very much for passing it along and allowing me to share it with all the viewers. That is my newest favorite barbershop scent from Phoenix Shaving, Atmonic. Check out the review. Check out Atmonic. The scent is absolutely fantastic, and as other viewers have mentioned, it lasts all day. It really is a great scent, and it's one of those scents where you'll get compliments. I got a compliment on John Frum, and I'm going to be using Atmonic when I go to some of these get-togethers this summer, and I'm anticipating people saying, wow, that smells great. What is that? Yeah, Atmonic is absolutely, absolutely fantastic. Viewer Christian Ortlip wrote, "Hi, Mark and all viewers. I use sewing machine oil or Vaseline for the razor to maintain. Maybe this helps you too. Have a great week and greetings from Germany, Christian." Hey, Christian, thanks very, very much. This is in regards to last week's extra shaving tip from James Sefton, where he talked about using some fishing reel oil, I think it was, to lubricate the threads on his zinc alloy razor caps, that threaded post there. And Christian is saying that sewing machine oil or some Vaseline will do the trick. Hey, Christian, thanks very, very much for passing that along. So if you're looking for something else, might be laying around the house to help lubricate the threads on some of your zinc alloy razor heads, caps, check out sewing machine oil or Vaseline. Thanks very much, Christian. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Alfred Spencer checked in and he wrote, "Hey, Mark, great 3MB as usual." Thanks very much, Alfred. I really do appreciate that. Mineral oil is what Matt from Razor Emporium recommends. It works great on all the moving parts of my 1961 Gillette Slim. I think Matt has a video on how to apply mineral oil to a Gillette adjustable. I also use mineral oil on the threads of all my 3-piece DEs. Alfred, thanks very, very much for passing that along. Again, folks, another great tip on what to use on your 3-piece DEs to lubricate that threaded post in the razor head. So thanks very much for that, Alfred. And get up to Matt's video channel at Razor Emporium and do a quick search for that video on how to use mineral oil to lubricate your vintage Gillette razor. I'll try to find that. If I find it, I'll link it below. So thanks again for that, Alfred. Really do appreciate it. Matt A. wrote, "Hi, Mark. Another great 3MB. Some really cool razors that the viewers have and shared with all of us." That's a really, really nice 3D case you have there. Wow. Very nice, unique piece of shaving kit. Take care, Mark. Again, this thing is just absolutely wonderful. I'm sorry that the stainless steel Ascension base plate didn't fit in there. Again, just a little thicker. So you know what? That's a great thing, though, for Zach, who is making these and 3D printing them. So Zach, maybe just open up that little slot right there for for the base plate of the stainless steel Ascension twist adjustable razor, maybe even the copper Ascension, that sort of thing, and maybe it'll accommodate those base plates because they might be a little thick. Well, we know the stainless steel is a little thicker than the Ascension Select, and I think that's just the machining process. One is CNC machined out of stainless steel, and the other one is a zinc alloy. So I'm not sure how they're making that. But yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic case, Matt. I love this thing. I used it in a weekend getaway. It was great. It performed really well. So yeah, it kept everything nice and secure, and nothing fell out. It was wonderful. Yeah, I really like it. And again, my thanks to Zach Norton for passing along and putting Monday Morning Mailbag on the lid there. We'll have a link to his Etsy store if you're interested in getting one for yourself. Walty Guitar wrote, Atmodic is the absolute best. I've been using it for several years. It's one that always receives compliments. Lasts all day too. He also adds here, it's my #1 favorite of all time. Sometimes I switch it around with Tribute, Solstice, and Enigma Machine, my favorites. Though I just have to say Atmodic still goes to the top because it's a classic. And it's the only one that receives compliments like no other. Again, he repeats here, it lasts all day. Phoenix shaving fragrances are the best. I agree with you, Walty. Absolutely fantastic. I love Atmodic. I love all the scents that Phoenix shaving offers, at least the ones I've tried. They're absolutely fantastic. But I agree, Atmodic is wonderful. Absolutely new favorite. And again, my thanks to Bill Murphy for passing it along. Beth Jones wrote, very nice video, Mark. Phoenix Shavings Atmodic sounds like a wonderful fragrance that a lot of people don't hear much about. Well, this is why Bill Murphy passed it along. He said, Mark, it's underrated, and I don't think there are a lot of reviews on it. So I'm really glad to have done a review, and I'm just very grateful that Bill Murphy sent it along. Not only did he send along the shaving soap and the aftershave, but he sent along the Star Jelly. So that was very kind of him. She continues here. This is one of the things that is wonderful about your videos, Mark. Every week you introduce your viewers to wonderful tips, new shave gear, and great advice on how to use them. Thank you very much, Beth. But again, it's the viewers out there. The viewers offer some wonderful contributions. They offer some great shaving tips. They write some wonderful emails and messages to me and the channel that I use here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Without the viewers, this show would not exist. I mean that sincerely. Thank you very much. But again, it's the viewers out there that really make this channel. She writes here, another Phoenix shaving shave soap that flies under the radar is Speakeasy. I have tried it and it's just an incredible fragrance. Have a great rest of the week. Speakeasy, I checked this out and I put it on my wish list. It is absolutely fantastic. Hang on. Let me get the description for you real quickly. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, I got it right here. Speakeasy. Here's the scent profile. Rose, sage, bergamot, citrus, wood, and amber. And here's the description. Speakeasy, a classic cologne scent that is reminiscent of a bygone era. The scent does not smell like any kind of libation or spirit, but rather a mood. Think The Great Gatsby. Yeah, the 1920s. Yeah, the Roaring 20s. Absolutely. The art definitely reflects that period and that mood, so to speak. So yeah, this one is definitely on my wish list. Beth, thanks very much for recommending it. Really do appreciate it. Charles Preiss wrote, Mark, another underrated Phoenix shaving scent is Agartha. And yes, I did recommend lathering up and taking a pass with an unloaded shavette. It really helped me get the technique down. Now, Agartha, I have seen this one as well. Thank you very much, Charles. I'm going to check that one out. And yeah, sounds wonderful. We'll talk about it in an upcoming Monday morning mailbag. I'm going to do a little more research on it. Absolutely. If anyone out there has anything to add about Agartha, please comment below and let us know. Thanks very much for the recommendation, Charles. Regarding lathering up and taking a pass with an unloaded shavette, this was in regards to learning how to do the straight razor shave. And Charles has passed along a wonderful tutorial on this and has been encouraging me and also others out there to try the straight razor shave. And one method that he used to develop muscle memory is to lather up and use an unloaded shavette and hold it at the correct angle and just kind of shave that lather off to develop that muscle memory. Yes. And I mentioned that in the previous Monday morning mailbag, although I did forget the detail about lathering up. And I think that's very, very important. So thank you very, very much for that, Charles. Really do appreciate it. Thomas Beaton checked in. My Pearl Flexi Straight Bar head cap also has some waviness to it on the edge, along with the rattle in the retaining clip. It's a non-issue for me considering neither of these issues affect the shave and the fact that it is the most affordable solid metal CNC machine Gibbs-inspired adjustable razor on the market. Well said, Thomas. I agree. The Pearl Flexi and the Pearl Flexi Open Comb, both fantastic, inspired by the Gibbs adjustable razor. And yeah, absolutely fantastic, fantastic razor. Tremendous price point for this adjustable razor. And yeah, it's got a lot going for it. It is tuned probably a little more to the aggressive side, but no matter, you can tune it, you can turn it down to the milder end of the spectrum, which is what I do. It adjusts from 1 to 6, and I'm at 3 and below, and that works wonderfully well for me. And I've reviewed both the Open Comb and the Straight Bar, and they are fantastic, fantastic razors. And that rattle, I never noticed that rattle until someone pointed it out. So I don't mind it at all. And as far as plating, I've not noticed anything in regards to any irregularities in the plating on either of my razors. They're absolutely fine. They're wonderful. So yeah, the Pearl Flexi Straight Bar and also the Open Comb, really, really fantastic, fantastic razors. So if you get a chance, check them out. We'll have the links below to them, as well as all the Pearl shaving razors that we've reviewed on the channel. They're all very, very good. And that's it for this week's refill. Thanks very much to everyone that contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Viewer Joseph Shamash checked in and he wrote, "Hey Mark, I didn't see any announcements about this, so I thought I'd send it over. Looks like an upgrade to Phoenix Shaving's alum block, possibly similar to the Ozma alum block." You know what, Joseph? Thanks very much for sending this along. This is news to me. I'm very glad that you sent this, and I'm really happy to forward it to all the viewers out there because I had no idea. So thank you very, very much for the heads up on this. Yeah, Phoenix Shaving has a brand new alum block. It's a solid alum block. It's not compressed. It's solid. It's cut from a larger piece of an alum block. And here's what they write here on the product page. Alum block dry dock system with or without our new solid block alum. Absolutely. As they write here, now offered with our new solid block alum. No more crumbly alum blocks. Our solid blocks are cut from all natural potassium alum, no compressed powder. How about that? So you have your choice. You can go with the original alum block or you can go with the solid block alum block. That's absolutely fantastic. And of course, when I came back to the traditional wet shave, some of the first alum blocks I used were the solid blocks like this one right here. I believe this is the Shash alum block. You can't find it anymore, and I like the size, and it sounds like the Phoenix Shaving solid alum block is going to be about the same size as this. Don't quote me. I don't have one in front of me, but I'll link to the page where you can get all the details on it. But yeah, I am definitely going to put that on my wish list and get a solid alum block from Phoenix Shaving. That's absolutely fantastic, fantastic news. So I will link that below, folks, if you're interested in getting a solid alum block. Because, of course, you know I had that mishap with one of the compressed alum blocks that I use where it had a little bit of a jagged edge, a little bit of a very, very small kind of a pokey little edge that kind of came up just from it wearing away, and it gave me a little bit of a scratch on my cheek. And, of course, that can be overcome very, very easily with a nail file, as we talked about, or some very, very fine sandpaper every once in a while. Just sand down those edges, that sort of thing. With a solid alum block, you don't have to worry about that. At least that's been my experience. I've never had to worry about that with a solid alum block because it's completely solid through and through. It's cut from a larger block and then machined down. And it looks like that's what Phoenix Shaving is offering. So I'm really, really excited about that. So again, we will have a link to that below. Joseph, thank you very, very much. Absolutely fantastic. And it looks like right here, the solid alum block is going to be 3.17 ounces or 90 grams. So yeah, very, very similar in size to this Shash alum block that I'm holding here. At least that's my guess. That's my guess. So really looking forward to trying a solid alum block from Phoenix Shaving. Wow. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic option. So you can get it either way. You can get their original alum block or you can get their solid alum block with the dry dock system. Hey, Joseph, thanks very, very much for passing this along. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Charles Preiss checked in again. And of course, he is listing some of his vintage straight razors and other vintage razors on eBay under Breezy Shaving. So if you're interested in seeing what he has to offer, just go up to eBay and search Breezy Shaving. And he also has an email where you can contact him at breezyshaving@gmail.com. Anyhow, he wrote, Mark, since you mentioned the listings, I have had a lot of views and bids and have already sold a few razors. Thank you so much for the help. To say thank you, I would like to extend a 10% discount to anyone who mentions the Monday Morning Mailbag. Just use the code 3MB for either 10% off or free shipping, the customer's choice. Wow, Charles, thanks very, very much. Okay, folks, if you're interested in a vintage straight razor or some other vintage razors that Charles offers up on eBay, search for Breezy Shaving. Those offerings will come right up. And make sure you use the code 3MB and you'll get either 10% off or free shipping, whatever is your preference. Charles, thanks very, very much for the update, and thanks very, very much for extending this offer to all the viewers of the Monday Morning Mailbag. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, if you're looking for a titanium razor, Jimmy V Photography checked in with a review of his Henson titanium razor, the medium Henson titanium razor. And he wrote, Hi, Mark. Okay, had my first shave with the Henson titanium medium. 2 days growth. New Voskhod blade and John from CK6, of course. The cube pre-shave was used. I can't remember the last time I shaved without the cube. The TI weight corrects an issue I had with the aluminum version, too light. TI gives it just the weight that was missing, but without going too heavy. The handle engraving seems to be a bit edgier than the aluminum version. It really locks into your grip, no sliding or slipping, even with wet fingers. It looks the same, but might be a tad deeper. Not sure what it is, but for sure there is a difference in the feel. Additional improvements with the new design is beveling the edges of the head. No sharp edges anywhere. The other is the lather path is completely open. I like that as it'll make cleaning easier and the lather and whiskers flow right through. The shave itself was wonderful, smooth as ice. I pretty much always do 4 passes as I enjoy the process. 1 with the grain, 2 across the grain, 1 against the grain. No irritation, no nicks, no fuss, no muss. The Alum gave feedback, but no real stinging. The head angle pretty much puts you on autopilot. Drag it around your face, and you are as smooth as a baby's butt. Plus, it's titanium. I love titanium. So all the benefits of the Henson head with the updated design of Generation 2. Love this razor. Hey, Jimmy, thanks very, very much for a great review of the Henson Titanium Medium Razor. Folks, if you're looking for a titanium razor, one that works on autopilot, one that'll give you a BBS shave, as Jimmy has stated in his review, check out the Henson Titanium Medium Razor. We'll have a link to Henson Shaving below. Jimmy, thanks very, very much for a great, great review. Well, folks, are you looking for a new shaving bowl? Viewer Joel Toronto gave us a heads up on a new one, and he wrote, "Hi, Mark. I recently received my Honeycomb shave bowl. I currently have about a dozen different bowls. This one blows the others away. Looks good, whips up lather faster than a speeding bullet. Unbreakable, reasonably priced. You're probably familiar with this bowl. If not, mention it on Monday Morning Mailbag. As always, I look forward to the next Monday Morning Mailbag. Thank you for all your hard work, Joel Toronto." And he linked to this shaving bowl, and we will provide that link below as well. And this is the shaving bowl 5-inch resin honeycomb lathering bowl from Van Ulay. It comes in a variety of colors, and it has a honeycomb pattern inside and out. And it looks like it's this honeycomb pattern that helps to whip up heaps and heaps of lather. Now, in the description on the product page, the creator of this lathering bowl writes, "I have designed a shaving soap bowl with a texture that is one of a kind. The inside is cleverly designed with honeycomb texture to make huge amounts of creamy peaks. The bottom edge has the same texture for non-slip grip. Made out of resin, so it's very durable and virtually unbreakable. This is different than anything out there. You can choose your choice of color, and we will hand make this for you. The bowl measures 5.5 by 2.5 high. I believe those are inches. And it comes in a variety of colors also. It comes in baby blue, black, Carolina blue, cocoa brown, dark purple, gray, orange, peach, white, yellow. Yeah. $24.99. Absolutely fantastic looking lathering bowl. The honeycomb design inside and out aids in whipping up a lather and also gives you a nice grip. Wow, absolutely fantastic. So my thanks to Joel Toronto for passing this along. Thank you very much, Joel. I was unaware of it. Again, that's why I say this channel has the best viewers out there. They come up with some great, great information, and I'm very, very happy to pass it along to all the viewers out there and fellow wet shavers. So Joel, thanks very, very much. Folks, we will have a link to the Van Ulay website where you can check out the honeycomb shaving bowl, 5-inch resin honeycomb shaving bowl that comes in a variety of colors. Thanks again, Joel. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in with his review of Cheshire shaving soap by Barrister and Mann. And he wrote, "Barrister and Mann is considered one of the finest shave soap makers in the world, and for good reason. Sharpologist counts them as one of the 2 best soaps that can be had, and after using the Cheshire shaving soap, I know why. It's slick, provides a thick, rich cushion, and an excellent post-shave feel, second to none. Let's talk about the scent. Cheshire is their take on British Earl Grey tea, and they absolutely nailed it. If you love Earl Grey, and who doesn't, then you'll love this. The scent strength in the tub is a 5 or 6, but once lathered, it's a 3. I love this scent. You can't go wrong with any offering from Barrister and Mann, and Cheshire is a must. And don't forget the matching balm. They have been noted for their splashes, but during the COVID years, they added balms to their lineup, and they are killing it. Sharpologist has rated Barrister and Mann balms as their #1 pick for 2023. To nail it in such a short time span is unreal. And he also has a link to the balm ratings from Sharpologist, and we will link that below. We will also link to Barrister and Mann's Cheshire shaving soap. Wow, absolutely fantastic. In upcoming Monday morning mailbags, we're going to be talking more about Barrister and Mann. This is a shave soap that viewers have told me about. We also have a Barrister and Mann shave soap and aftershave splash in the wings waiting for a review. We're going to be doing that as well. Mark Bagwell is also sending along something to go along with that. So stay tuned for that in the weeks ahead. But yeah, Barrister and Mann is knocking it out of the park, and I am really, really excited to hear about Cheshire shaving soap and their other offerings. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic. They have a great reputation, and the fact that Sharpologists picked their balm #1 in such a short period of time, absolutely amazing. So yes, Mark, thanks very, very much for a really, really wonderful review of Barrister and Mann's Cheshire shaving soap. Folks, we'll have a link below, and really stay tuned because we're going to be talking more about Barrister and Mann in the weeks and months ahead. Mark, thanks very, very much. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, I received an email update from Phoenix Shaving, and it read, "All hail the return of Immortal Peach." And it's a new, improved formula. Absolutely. We'll have a link to it below, and it absolutely sounds wonderful. And they also have it in the cube as well. The scent profile, as they write here, close your eyes now and imagine the shiny, golden, juice-dripping slices of a ripened peach. Immortal Peach captures just that and then some. Beautifully rounded, sparkling, and even more invigorating than our previous renditions. Yeah, they've been offering Immortal Peach for 8 years now. This is new and improved. Also has some new killer artwork on the label. Check it out. It's back just in time for summer from Phoenix Shaving. Immortal Peach. We'll have a link below. Well, are you looking for something a little different in your shave soap? Something that is more worldly, maybe a little more exotic, maybe a little more refined? Well, check this out from the Wet Shaving Store. This just arrived on the doorstep from Andy Amaya and the folks at the Wet Shaving Store. Thank you very much, Andy. I really do appreciate it. This is Cefiro shave soap. And this is made by Los Jabones de Josera. This comes all the way from Spain. Yeah, this is an artisan shave soap from Spain. We have both the shave soap and the aftershave balm. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic scent. I'm really looking forward to using and reviewing this. So my thanks to Andy and Maya and everyone at the Wet Shaving Store for passing this along and allowing me to share it with the viewers out there. But if you're looking for something really different and you kind of want to go overseas, check this out from Spain. Check out that artwork. Really, really fantastic, fantastic artwork. And again, it's called Cefiro. I think I've pronounced that correctly if my high school Spanish has been retained. And here is the aftershave balm. Here's what they write on their product page at the Wet Shaving Store. Los Jabones de Josero Cefiro Wet Shaving Soap and Aftershave Balm are the perfect pairing for the modern man. Made in Spain with premium ingredients, this set is sure to elevate your shaving experience. The scent profile of Cefiro is an intense and fresh masculine aroma with notes of blackcurrant, bergamot, and apple intertwined with incense, spicy rose, and birch. This unique blend of fragrances is then anchored by a heart of jasmine, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk, creating a luxurious and unforgettable scent. The lather produced by Los Jabones de Josero Cefiro Wet Shaving Soap is rich, creamy, and long-lasting, providing a smooth and comfortable shave every time. Its premium ingredients ensure that your skin is well-nourished and moisturized, leaving it soft and supple. Wow, absolutely fantastic. They go on to talk about the balm and how wonderful this is with some great, great skin food ingredients. I will link the page below so you can check it out. But yes, the scent is fantastic. It is definitely, definitely refined, gentlemanly, masculine, definitely top shelf. This stuff is really terrific, and it comes all the way from artisan soap makers in Spain. How about that? So, the traditional wet shave is international, and it's great to see these kinds of offerings here in the United States of America. Thanks to the Wet Shaving Store and Andy Amaya. Absolutely fantastic. Again, I'll have this link below. We're going to get a review done on this. I'm really looking forward to shaving with it. Again, check out that artwork. Absolutely fantastic. The artwork reflects the beautiful refinement, elegance, masculine, gentlemanly quality of the soap and the balm inside. Absolutely. Just absolutely wonderful. So check it out. This is, again, from Los Jabones de Josera, Cefiro Wet Shaving Soap, all the way from Spain. My thanks to Andy Amaya and everyone at the Wet Shaving Store for passing this along and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. Thanks again, Andy. Really, really do appreciate it. Well, as you can see, I'm home from the Maggard Meetup. What a great time. Met a lot of great people. Saw a lot of great wet shaving gear there. Brought some things home. Want to share a couple of those items with you right now. First up, from Timeless Razors, their adjustable shaving brush. This was teased during the highlight reel of the Maggard Meetup earlier in the show. This brush handle allows you to swap out brush knots anywhere in size from 20 millimeters to 28 millimeters without any glue at all. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant design. And the way it works is in this tube here, which is empty because I've removed all of the items from there, you get a series of these gaskets, these gasket bases. All right. Each one is of a different size, 20 millimeters, 21 millimeters, 22 millimeters, all the way up to 28 millimeters. And they're all labeled on the inside of the base, so you know exactly what you're using here. This one here is 25 millimeters right here. Can you see that? 25 millimeters in size, like that. This one here is 28 millimeters. You can see that clearly labeled right there, 28 millimeters in size. All right, this one here is, what is that one? That one there is 27 millimeters. All right, so this allows you to get a brush knot, and then this is a 26 millimeter brush knot right here. This is the super high density bulb knot that I picked up at Maggard's. All right, this base will fit into one of these bases here. So we're going to put this into the 26 millimeter base right here. Here's the 26 millimeter base right here. All right. Okay. So you just fit that in there like that. So that seats in there, and then this gets inserted into the handle. And well, I'll show you how it works. Okay. Here's how it works. I've already got a 24 millimeter knot in this. I also have the 24 millimeter super high density knot from Maggard's. So here's how it works. I'm going to open this up. All right. Okay. Okay, there's an O-ring right there on the handle base. All right, this is watertight, absolutely fantastic. No water's going to get in at all. Right, and here is the collar and the knot. Okay, so let me just remove that. Okay, so there's the 24 millimeter gasket base, and here's the 24 millimeter knot. All right, so again, the knot just fits right into the base like that. Very nicely into the base of the knot fits into that gasket base. Okay, now what happens is, all right, you take this gasket base and you just insert it into the base of the handle. Then you take your collar, okay, the collar's threaded, right? Okay, and you just start threading that down a little bit like that. Okay, then you take your knot and you're just seating it into this base here. Okay, that's seated in there. Okay, so now that's seated in there nicely. Just give it a little bit of a push like this and just tighten this handle. All right, all you have to do is snug it up. All right, like that. and that just pinches around that gasket and holds that knot in place very, very cleanly. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. So now you have a 24 millimeter brush knot in this handle. And if you want to swap it out, all you have to do is get the appropriate base for the next knot. And here I already have the 26 millimeter knot in the 26 millimeter base. Now, they also mentioned to me that sometimes the bases of these knots are not to the exact diameter. So they might be a little bit larger than 26 millimeters. Well, if that happens, you just get your 27 millimeter base and just insert it in there like that. And see, that one seems to fit a little more cleanly, a little more deeply, a little more snugly like that. All right, so you can kind of adjust it a millimeter or so. Really, really terrific, terrific brush system from Timeless Razors. Absolutely fantastic. This is online on their website. I picked it up at the show, at the meetup. Absolutely fantastic. My thanks to viewer Tom Donnarumma. Tom actually won this in the drawing during the Maggard Meetup. And I had a great conversation with Tom and his wife, Sue. We talked all things wet shave. It was just great meeting them and visiting with them during the meetup. Anyhow, Tom won this, and he just raved about it. And in talking about it, I was convinced to go over to the Timeless table and talk to the guys there, and they showed it to me, and it's just a brilliant idea. No glue needed. All you have to do is swap out these bases with the proper size shaving knots and, just put it in the handle, tighten on the collar, and it's watertight, it's solid, it's good to go. So if it hadn't been for Tom and his wife pointing out this shaving handle, I probably never would have seen it. And Tom also recommended the super high density knots, which is why I picked those up. So thanks again, Tom and Sue. Really, really do appreciate it. And it's an absolutely fantastic, fantastic product. A great, great idea. It's genius in swapping out brush knots. Really, really terrific. I'll have a link to Timeless Razors and that particular page where you can find this shaving handle. It was great meeting the folks from Timeless Razors. Great meeting Tom and Sue Donnarumma as well. And we'll have a link to this. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic. Shaving brush, adjustable shaving brush from Timeless Razors. While at the Maggard Meetup, I also met with Pete from Ariana and Evans, had a great conversation with him, came away with a couple of shaving soaps and aftershave splashes I wanted to share with you. One we have already talked about. It's absolutely delightful. You have to get this one. Limoncello right here. This is absolutely a fantastic, fantastic scent. Perfect for the summer. This is absolutely delightful. As they write on their product page, limoncello is made from lemon zest, water, alcohol, and sugar. It's a beverage usually consumed after meals, but a perfect drink for every occasion. I created this in honor of my grandfather, Frank Capano, who was born in Calabria. And the notes are Calabrian bergamot, lemon zest, lemon, orange blossom, jasmine, vodka, brown sugar note, very light on the boozy note, and light Himalayan cedar. The floral note and alcohol are barely detectable. I agree with that. It's an absolutely, absolutely delightful, delightful scent. And definitely going to get a review done on this because it is absolutely fantastic. Mark Bagwell has absolutely raved about this scent, and he is absolutely correct. And of course, we have the matching aftershave splash. Absolutely wonderful. We've talked about it before, but got to mention it again because this is an absolutely delightful, delightful scent. It is wonderful. So my thanks to Pete for allowing me to share this with all the viewers out there. And a big thanks to Mark Bagwell, who again was spot on with how great this scent is. So looking forward to getting a review done on this very, very soon. Limoncello from Ariana and Evans. Ariana and Evans is really, really knocking it out of the park We're going to be talking about them in the weeks and months ahead because they really do offer some great shaving soaps and aftershave splashes. Also, this is from Ariana and Evans. This is in their new Ultima base. Classic Barbiere Classico. I want to say classic barbershop. Barbiere Classico in their Ultima base. Now, their Ultima base, as they write on the page here, Ultima base. The Ultima formulation is rich and luxurious. I believe it sets a new standard in post-shave feel. Ultima is easier, requires less water, and provides the most amazing lather in the industry. Wow, yeah, I am really looking forward to shaving with this one. Absolutely marvelous scent. This is a classic barbershop scent, but it's a definite step up. It is refined, it is gentlemanly, it's barbershop. It's definitely a classic barbershop scent, but again, it's definitely a step or two above all the other barbershop scents that are out there. This is absolutely wonderful. Absolutely fantastic scent. And the Ultima formulation promises to just lather in a snap. I'm really looking forward to using it. And again, great artwork, great presentation, absolutely fantastic. It came in this style box right here. And we also have the Barbiere Classico aftershave. Check out that bottle. That's a great masculine, manly bottle of aftershave. It's got a great chunky look to it. Just fantastic. I love the labeling again. I love the artwork, and the scent is marvelous. This classic barbershop scent from Barbiere Classico is absolutely wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to trying the Ultima shaving base. Again, Ariana and Evans is knocking it out of the park. We're going to be talking about Ariana and Evans in the weeks and months to come. They have some great offerings going on. Limoncello that you just saw, and Barbiere Classico in their Ultima formulation, Ultima base. Absolutely fantastic. It's available at the Ariana. The Ultima formulation shave soaps are available at the Ariana and Evans website, as well as the Shaving Shop and the Club. You know what? 6 months for $9.95. It's a great deal. I joined. You get a lot of great discounts on a lot of great shaving soaps and aftershaves up there from Ariana and Evans. So my thanks to Pete and everyone at Ariana and Evans for allowing me to share this with all the viewers out there. Absolutely fantastic. Check it out. We'll have a link to both Ariana and Evans and the Shaving Shop and the Club, where you can find the shaving soaps in the new Ultima base, the aftershave, as well as Limoncello. Both of these great scents. Absolutely fantastic. A great scent, promises to be a great shaving soap, and an absolutely spectacular classic barbershop scent that is a cut above the rest. And in their Ultima shaving base, really looking forward to lathering with this one. So thanks again to Pete and everyone at Ariana and Evans. And that wraps up another new Wet Shaving Gear segment for this week. Thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, viewer Scott Martin checked in with the following comment and question, and he wrote, "Hey Mark, after my shave today, I thought of a question that I'd like to propose to you and your knowledgeable fan base. One of my favorite shaving companies of all time was out of Birmingham, Alabama, and they were called Country Club for Men. I discovered them around 2015 or so, and even though I was buying expensive soaps like Martin de Condré and Castle Forbes, I found that this company from Alabama was putting out soaps that rivaled the best in the world. Sadly, the company just vanished one day, never to be seen again. Nowadays, when I pull out a tub of my Country Club stock, I am still floored at the performance. Whoever ran this company was really on another level, and 7 years later, I miss being able to shop with them." So, to my question, I was wondering if there is a company that you were a fan of that is no longer with us. Also, to your viewers, I'd love to hear in the comments of any shaving soap or razor companies that shut down that you think are worth remembering. Thanks and have a great week. Best, Scott Martin. Scott, thanks very, very much for the great comment, the great question. When I first saw this, the first thing that came to my mind was not so much any of the artisan shave soap companies or shave soap companies that went out of business, because I don't think I have been doing the traditional wet shave as long as you have been. Although you were saying about 2015, you were using this product from this particular company, Country Club for Men. I came back to traditional wet shave about 2016. So I don't know if I've seen anything come or go as you may have. It sounds like you've been doing the wet shave a little longer than I have. Anyhow, the first thing that came to my mind was not so much a company closing, but Tabak changing the formula of their shave soap from a tallow-based shave soap to a vegan formula. That kind of came to my mind. And that's something that I may miss. I have to try the vegan formula. I'm not sure how it compares to the tallow-based formula yet. I've seen some viewers' comments regarding this. Some say the scent isn't as good. Others say that the scent is the same. Some say that it doesn't lather as well as the tallow base, and then vice versa from some other viewers. So I'm still looking forward to trying the vegan formula and comparing it to the tallow based formula. So that's kind of really my only comment that comes to mind regarding something that has disappeared that I'm kind of sorry to see. But we'll see how the vegan formula compares to the tallow based formula. But then after reading your question again, it suddenly dawned on me that one company that was I was really sad to see go was Above the Tie. Above the Tie has been having their clearance sale, and they're closing their doors. And I was able to get up there and get a Windsor Pro in stainless steel right here. Let me see if I can get that out. Right here. It came with 5 Astra blades. And this is a marvelous, marvelous, marvelous razor. And I'm very, very sad that they are gone, because I only had an opportunity to get this razor and the one in aluminum. I didn't have the opportunity to try any of their other razors. And I'm also saddened by the fact that I didn't pursue them earlier and talk about them on the Monday Morning Mailbag and let other viewers know about them. So that's kind of my regret. Is that the Above the Tie is closing their doors, and I really didn't have a chance to get to know them better. I am glad that I was able to secure one of their great razors before they closed the door, before stock was gone. And I think that's something. But I was really, really sad to see them close their doors after being so well liked and so well known in the wet shaving community. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic razor. They had a great reputation. And anytime I went to a shaving forum or a shaving group on Facebook, folks had these great shave of the day photos with an Above the Tie razor. And of course, last week, Alex Lopez showed us his Above the Tie razor collection and the different models that he has in his collection, and they look absolutely wonderful. They absolutely wonderful. So yeah, I was saddened to see Above the Tie go out of business. And as far as shaving soaps, I don't think I've been around long enough to see anything disappear, and I hope nothing disappears. I hope we get more competition and more offerings from a lot of other artisan soap makers out there. So let's hope that it goes in a positive trend, and we don't see anyone close their doors, because it's a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. As I say, there is a lot of great artisan soap makers and razor makers and others out there. I mean, just fantastic shaving gear items out there from a wide variety of people here in the United States, North America, and from around the world. Really a great time to be doing the traditional wet shave. But as you say, I'll put it to the viewers. Let us know about some of your favorite artisan soap makers. Are they still around? Are they still making artisan shave soap? That great razor that you have. Is it still being made, or sadly, have some of these artisans closed their doors? You know what? Maybe we can find some of their items on eBay or from fellow wet shavers, that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it's a great question, and hopefully it leads to a really, really great informative discussion. So thanks again, Scott. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Bob Leroe had a chance to use and review the Pearl Shaving SHD 24 Antique Brass Razor. Now, we have used and reviewed this on the channel, and Bob wrote a review that is on Amazon. We will link to it below, but let me share with you what he wrote regarding this razor. It has an absolutely beautiful and unique handle. Yeah, I loved using this razor. Here's what Bob wrote. This is an impressive razor, a work of art. Subjectively, I think it's the best looking razor I've seen. Objectively, it has incredible knurling, perhaps the best grip of any. Even if your hands are wet and soapy, you'll get a firm grip. The brand logo is on the bottom. It is fully enclosed, no blade overhang. It has a long handle, longer than most. It has an antique cyberpunk appearance, and it's a mild razor, likely a 3 or maybe a 4 setting on an adjustable razor. For me, this is ideal. Wow, Bob, thanks very, very much. Your finding concurs with mine. A nice, mild razor. Love the fact that the end tabs of the razor blade are enclosed in the razor head. I agree with you. This grip is absolutely spectacular. If your hands are wet and soapy, they will not slip on this grip at all. It is absolutely fantastic. It's got a great antique brass look. Vintage kind of a look, really, really wonderful. Nice weight, nice heft, comes in at a nice price point. And as I've mentioned, in traveling with a safety razor, something to carry on, even though this is about $20, $25, you can still travel with this. And if they confiscate it, you know what? You can always get another one at that price. They seem to be plentiful. However, yeah, maybe I would think twice about that. I wouldn't want to lose this and not be able to get it again. But I think what I'm saying is they really are plentiful. There's a lot of them out there. So, makes a great gift for dads and grads. Great price point. So I guess what I'm saying is you could buy 2 and keep one at home and take one to travel. That's what I'm saying because it really does give a delightful, delightful shave. And it's absolutely a wonderful looking razor. And yeah, the handle is a real big, big plus. So Bob, thanks very, very much for confirming what my review found on this. And thanks very, very much for giving it a big, big thumbs up. And I agree, it's like a 3 or a 4, maybe a 4.5, depending on what blade you use. Really terrific, terrific razor, a wonderful mild shaver, and it looks great. And at the price point, you can get 2. Get 2, keep one at home. You can travel with the other one in your carry-on. If they take it, hey, you got one at home yet. So thanks again, Bob. Really, really do appreciate the review. Folks, we'll link it below so you can read it for yourself. Thanks again, Bob. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Ken Frederick stopped by, and he gave us his view on European Brut. And he wrote, "Hi, Mark. You mentioned the European version of Brut on Monday Morning Mailbag. Well, I recently picked up a bottle at a local Marshall's clothing store. Priced at only $8, it was quite a good deal. When compared to the US version, which I do like, it has a deeper and more complex scent. I also really like the stylish look of the glass bottle." Right there, glass bottle, yeah. "I would highly recommend the product to anyone that wants a classic yet masculine barbershop styled aftershave." Well, we were introduced to the European version of Brut by viewer Mark Bagwell. Thank you again very, very much, Mark. And he sent this bottle along to the channel. And you can see I've been using it and I'm going to be getting low. So I am going to stop by Marshall's and see if they have that in my local Marshalls. That is absolutely great. $8 is a great price for European Brut. Folks, if you have not tried the European Brut, it's absolutely wonderful. And it has a richer, more complex, deeper kind of scent. Yeah, it is really fantastic. Mark Bagwell has given us a lot of background on the European version of Brut. And he really is a connoisseur of aftershaves from the European market because he emphasizes the fact that they come in glass bottles. They're not in plastic bottles over there. And there is something about a glass bottle that just makes the fragrance and the scent all the better. So yeah, Marshall's has the European Brut for $8. Check your local Marshall's and see if it's there. Sure hope it is. I'm going to try to stop by my local Marshall's and see if they have this, and maybe get a bottle or two, because it really gives a wonderful, wonderful scent. If you have used the Brut from the USA in a plastic bottle, when you get this, it's going to be night and day. Absolutely. Again, my thanks to Mark Bagwell for sending this along and sharing his thoughts on this. We've talked about it, and Mark has talked about it in previous Monday Morning Mailbags. Really, really informative stuff. So thanks again, Mark. And Ken, thanks very, very much for confirming everything that Mark has said about it, and also for the heads up on this being available at Marshall's. Thanks again, Ken. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag for this week. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers and sellers that you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They make and offer some wonderful artisan shave soaps. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarady, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.